You're lucky if you find a guy who's willing to marry you and be a stepfather to a child, period. Because being a stepfather, which I have been one, is a thankless job.
Welcome back, fellas. Before we get to today's video, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a discussion. In this video, we will be discussing: should childless men date single moms? Enjoy the show and be sure to comment your thoughts below. And if you have any topics you would like me to discuss, email me the video at askgrandstorms23@gmail.com.
Do it. What kind of woman you looking for, Cal?
I like obviously a feminine woman that's like to laugh and be herself, not too superficial, not high maintenance. Um, just a woman that's like to enjoy life and live in the moment, not always angry and got attitudes.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
No cigarette smokers. Prefer a woman with no kids. Um, Pretty much that's it. No kids, no cigarette smokers, and no loudmouth women.
Okay. Should she look a certain way?
Um, I don't want no woman that's probably over 5'7", maybe. Well, it depends. Your height don't matter. If I vibe with you and you look good, that don't matter really. But you can't be overweight. I like a woman that's proportionate, got nice curves or a nice body. I like a petite woman, but as long as you got a nice body, you ain't overweight, I'm good.
Okay. What about money? Should she make a certain amount of money?
I don't care about your money. You ain't gonna spend it on me anyway. So your money don't mean nothing. But I prefer a woman that got something to lose, because when you got something to lose, that means you. I prefer a woman like that, because then she ain't gonna be a liability. I don't want no liabilities. Like I'm gonna
No.
teach you how to get some money. I'll teach you how to trade stocks. I'll teach you how to do something. Like, I preferably want a woman that I'm gonna try to set her up where she ain't gonna have to work no more, or I'm gonna give her some tools to figure out how to make her own money, because I don't want my woman answering to another man or another boss. So that's my angle with that.
Okay. Okay. What about cause she say you want a woman with no kids, right?
Preferably, or if she got one, she better go above and beyond. Cause I'm being real, I'm just being honest. Like, a lot of women be having kids and they be like, I'm a package deal. You got to accept me. But like, since you know you got a child, your value went down a little bit. I'm just saying, with the dating market, how it goes. Like, so you probably should be doing
What do
above
you
and
mean? Wait,
beyond.
hold on. We gotta see the light. You look kind of dark, so give me better light. There
Better
you go,
like
right
now.
there. Okay. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean the value goes down?
Well, I'm saying, like, because women be like, they look good and then they have a child and still think they can request a man making over 100,000 and all this. But like, if you got a child already, that means your time is limited because you're probably working and you got to take care of your child also. So that means you probably need to be doing more than a woman that got no kids to do to keep a good man around.
Okay. Because you're
Makes
saying if
sense,
you
don't
have a
it?
child, that means you're busy being a mother.
And so I'm saying, so you should understand that I know you busy being a mother and having to work a job. That means you probably should do a little bit above and beyond if you want
So
to
what's
keep your
above
man.
and beyond?
I ain't say above and beyond, but I guess, like, don't be making it seem like it's a privilege for me to take care of you and your kid. That's where I be getting the energy from people on your show. They be like they feel like it's like it's a blessing for me to come and take care of you and your kid. Like, I don't understand how they be having that energy. Like, you should be happy that somebody willing to come and do that.
You're lucky if you find a guy who's willing to marry you and be a stepfather to a child, period. Because being a stepfather, which I have been one, is a thankless job.
So
She should be
that's
happy. Okay. But
I'm just
overall you prefer a woman with no kids. Is
of
that just the
course, of
preference?
course. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the preference is women with no kids, but if you want to be with Cal and you have kids, you have to be a superwoman.
Not even that, just like be at least appreciative to know that, like, I'm cool accepting you with your child, like knowing that you already had another man, that your another man DNA is implanted on you already, and you still wanted me. I'm making over 100K, and I'm gonna be providing for you and doing most likely I have to take care of your kid too. So like I just don't like how they don't be feeling appreciative enough.
I did something to you. I did nothing to you.
I asked you.
But, ladies, if you are a single mother and you are trying to get a man to take you seriously and, date you and, for things to actually be a good, healthy relationship, please don't act like how that woman did. This is why men don't want to become a stepfather. The stepfather role actually isn't bad if you can make it work, but it has to be with a woman that is respectful, that's willing to let the man lead. Men have no incentive if it's going to be with a woman that is like that. I'm telling you, it just does not work. And this is why men are saying we don't want to date single moms anymore. There's got to be an incentive for them to want to.
So y'all ain't appreciative enough. That's what Cal said. Let's keep going, child. They going. I know you ready for this. I don't think you care, but you gonna get it. Wait. You got some questions before you go. Do you want them?
Uh-oh. Let's go. I'm with it. I ain't shy. I'm an open book. Go ahead.
Hendrick said, y'all might not like how he says it, but he is saying the truth. Take it or leave it. That's how successful men without kids think.
That's truth.
So Kendrick actually agrees with you. Wait, another man, I think this is Exclusive 40 said, the man spoke the truth. Somebody else's kids drops a person overall score. Truth hurts, but that is the truth.
That's true. Cause I just be noticing, I be seeing all these women saying like they got such high demands and they got kids, not realizing like I'm like, let's say I want to go on a vacation and I don't want to take your kid. You're gonna look at me funny. So that's why women, they be like, you don't have to take care of my kid, they already taken care of. I'm gonna have to do something for your child eventually. I say women always say that their kids are already taken care of and we don't have to do nothing. But like if we become a couple and I want to take you on vacation, I'm gonna have to pay for that kid vacation also, or you gonna be looking at me funny. So it's like I just don't like how women, that I don't think they really sit back and think from our perspective how it is dating a woman with a child. Especially if you got multiple baby daddies. Like I'm basically sharing you with two men and your job and your kid. Like that's why I'm saying you need to be way more appreciative that a man is willing to accept that, like logically speaking.
Logically speaking, woo! All right, well, how about this one? This is from a female. Too Real for Mo said, honey, some women make more than 100K with a child and have a supportive co-parent relationship. So please stop with this single mom mess.
Okay, you making 100K, but like, what is that gonna do? You most likely that's gonna be your money, and you still gotta like. That's another thing. Like, how you go? Let's say a woman say that she got 2 kids or 1 kid, she don't want to go 50-50. How you don't want to go 50-50, and you bringing in 2 other humans with you, and you still want me to pay 100%? Like, that's the math is not math, and I don't be understanding how they be coming up with these conclusions.
But I think with this case, she's saying, what if the woman makes 100K and is willing to contribute? Is it the same sentiment?
That's why I say I'll be cool if she got a 1 child or whatever, and like she making her own or whatever. But like I'm saying, if a woman ain't making 100K and she got a child, like be a little bit appreciative if someone to go accept you with that. That's all. Like okay. I'm cool with women with kids. Like they good women. I'm just saying like at least because it's just like back in the day a stepfather be respected. Like if he stepped up and be a stepfather, but nowadays it's like it's not respected no more. It's like you better accept me with my package deal. I'm like, damn, you ain't appreciative of this.
And I think this is one of the things that a lot of women don't understand about men who step in to be stepfathers. This is why a lot of them don't want to stay around, because they already know that if they step in here, there's a high chance that what you gave so freely to somebody else, he's going to have to jump through hoops to get it.
Okay. Ash said, except the females making money aren't on the chats. The ones complaining about him are the single moms. I don't know. Okay, well listen, you said wait, ace would be happy making my ace wife. Okay, all right. Listen, he said what he said. That's his sentiments. Well, child, I already told you they was gonna get you, so you
I
already knew
look,
that.
I watch your show, and I honestly want to give all these women advice, like, cause like, if you're a single mom and you got these expectations, that's why I say I ain't saying go above and beyond, but make yourself irreplaceable, or figure out a way to set yourself apart from other women that want these top tier men that y'all going after. And y'all like, let's be real. I'm gonna say the truth. Like, they say a lot of men with money cheat or whatever, or exercise their options however they want to go about it. Like, so I'll be trying to tell women, like, are you willing to deal with that, or why not just get you an average Joe that'll worship the ground you walk on? But it's like they want everything. I'm like, man, just pick a struggle. Like, be humble.
We got another question. We got another response for you before you go. Coffee Killer said, baby mamas must understand. Y'all sell yourselves to the man and you say your kids are taken care of. If you date with intent to marry, you must include your kids. Men must consider the cost of your kids.
That's very
Okay.
true.
Well, it seems like
That's
some of the
very
men
true.
are, I think I will say this. It seems like some of the men I think are agreeing with you. I mean, you're
Hey,
getting a lot
y'all,
of
we've been
men.
speaking
A
this.
lot of men are now buying things. Keon said facts. He's keeping it a buck. She better be a hell of a woman with kids. Preach, Cal.
I'm speaking for us tonight, man, because this shit got to stop. Like, I want to see black people and having couples together. That's why I agree with Kevin Samuels. If
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be unpopular, but single mothers got to do far more than single mothers got to do more than single women.
Right.
Because single women are looking for husbands. You're looking for stepdads.
Right.
And you try to seem like it's both. No, it's a stepdad first. Because a man has to say, I got to take that on automatically. That means on the day of our wedding, this little crumb snatcher is going to be with us. On our honeymoon, this crumb snatcher is going to be waiting for us. I don't get one day with my wife in my new home without this little crumb snatcher being here. Every day I'm there, we got to worry about this person before it can get to me. That's men are territorial,
I get it. Yeah.
even with their own children.
Right. Right. Right.
So, and if you had to pick between your husband and your daughter, what you gonna pick?
My son.
Your husband or your son, what you gonna pick?
I mean,
I said your husband or your son, what you gonna pick?
I would pick my husband if I'm married. I grew up with my parents are still married.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I just want to. So if your husband, so let's just say, for sake of argument,
Okay.
your son becomes just irascible,
Yeah.
and at 16 years old, he's just a problem, and your husband says we need to put him out.
I mean, if he can't shape up, to be honest,
you got a baby daddy, you might want to go back to him, because another man, it's going to be hard for another man to accept you as much as your baby father did. Like, I'm just being real. Like, we looking at it like, damn, like, why it didn't work out with him? Or it's just, I just don't see how they be so quick to leave and try to find another man and they already got kids. Like, try to work it out with him, or I don't know. It's just be weird to me.
It'd be weird, okay.
Do you think? Should Kel even consider dating a single mother? My answer is no. He will just be disappointed. He is already aware that lack of appreciation is the #1 reason why men avoid single moms. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more info. Now back to the show.
If you're going to date somebody with kids, or if you're going to go into a relationship with somebody who has kids, don't get in the middle of people co-parenting relationship and then try to spin it and be like, I care about the kids. Bitch, no the fuck you don't. Because if you cared about the kids, you would stay in your motherfucking place. Y'all be making people life hard for no fucking reason. Y'all get in relationships with people and those people really don't fuck with your kids, and I'm confused as to how the fuck you don't see they don't fuck with your kids, but everybody else see that they don't fuck with your kids. And then y'all act like it don't matter. It matters. Your children have feelings just like you got feelings.
Basically, what this woman is telling you is, if you want to avoid all of this drama, just don't date single mothers. And to be honest, it's the best thing you can do for yourself.
I can be honest and say dating as a single mother is literally one of the loneliest processes in the world. Especially if you're young. I'm 26, but you had my daughter at 22. I think for me personally, a lot of my actions were driven around me not feeling worthy of a relationship beyond something just sexual. A lot of it came from society and social media telling me like, oh, single moms don't deserve true love. Nobody can ever love you if you have a kid. You're too difficult to deal with. But as I've gotten older, I've just realized that like being a single mom, just like having brown hair and brown eyes and the color of my skin, doesn't define all of who I am. It's a trait, it's something that's a part of me and who I am, but it just doesn't define what I deserve in this life. I say it's lonely because it does take a while. You kiss a lot of frogs. You find a lot of people who reaffirm that feeling of you aren't worthy of anything more than something sexual. But in loneliness, I feel like it allows you to do a lot of reflective work. You're able to build support systems around you and really build yourself up so that when that perfect person does come along, you know how to act and receive.
This is why a lot of men will pass on single mothers, because they don't want to be disrespected in their own house. And at the end of the day, that child is not his. And now he's dealing with another man's mess, another man's problem. And maybe that's an insensitive way to talk about children, but I'm sorry, that's how men see it. And this is just a whole headache that a lot of guys don't want to sign up for, or sign up for without realizing what they're signing up for.
I married a woman with 4 kids. 3 to one and 1 to another. It absolutely ruined me, and now divorce and don't have my own kids. Shout out to all the widows, single mothers and single fathers, we see you. You are valued and appreciated. My ex had a very rude and disrespectful daughter. All I could really do about it was break up with her. Broken-hearted twice over. Never ever dating a single mom again. Dated a single mom who wanted a father for her kid. Kid and I bonded, and kid wanted to spend time with me over mother. So mom broke up with me. I tried this, and because she couldn't put our relationship first, I ended up being divorced. So true. That's why I left my ex. She expected me to be the father, especially financially. Nope. Not this, brother. I have my own. Fellas, you do not want to end up being the next victim on that list. Before continuing playing someone else's game, how about starting your own? The risk and baggages are very low. The reality is these women made their decision when they chose to have a kid without securing a good man first.
Follow me on social media for daily doses of positivity, motivation, and inspiration to fuel your journey.
This is why real high-value men will go after single moms. Don't fight me on this, because I'm a living proof. Not in my own life, but somebody that I know. A high-value man knows his value and his worth and what he brings to a woman. There's going to be no child that is going to interfere with that. High-value men want children, and real men are going to love children as their own, even if it's not their own. So you having a child is now an addition to their entire family that either they were seeking, that they wanted, or they were looking to create in the future. Now you have a child, and that's part of my family, and we're all a family. That's what a real high-value man is. So if you ever hear a guy saying like, oh, you have a child, or, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that, that means one, they're not going to love your child, and they're just looking at you as a piece of meat, not as their family. And number 2, they probably don't have the means to take care of your child because they're broke bums, and we don't want those men anyway. Now, mind you, I'm talking like I'm a single mom, but I know a lot of single mothers. And it doesn't always happen because you're irresponsible. It can literally happen. Get married, husband dies, now you're a single mother. Single widow, like whatever. But real, true, high-value men are going to be seeking or not avoiding someone because they're a mother. I think the real issue is that when people are dating and they're young, they're like, oh, I don't want to have a child and hang out with you at the same time. It's because they're children and they're not high-value men. They're boys. Do not date these boys. You need to date men.
I'm not an 8-figure earner, but I'm in the top 3%. I don't believe men have that mindset. It's too much risk to take on. It can happen, but not likely. Wrong. If I don't have kids, I don't want her to have them. My first should be her first. Men have standards too. Why pick from a used car lot when you can afford a new one? Out of all the women in the world, high-value men are willingly seeking out single mothers. Delusional. The problem with women is you lie to other women and yourselves to make yourself feel better about the situation at the expense of your futures. So, I'm not a real high-value man because when I was a single and childless man, I wanted to marry a single and childless woman. The old-fashioned coping mechanism. These women actually live in Delulu land. Most of them will say you're not a real man for not taking care of another man's baby. But when you ask them if they would be okay if their sons date a single mother, all you hear is crickets. And high earning doesn't mean high value. Personally, I think a person's value lies in their character and in what they're able to do and accomplish. The money is there to take care of our necessities, not to be compared by it.
I don't care what any baby mama say. Having to raise your kids by yourself is not a flex. And this is coming from a single mother. Listen to your sister. Don't let any baby mama deceive you into believing that being a single mother is more convenient than being a wife. You hear me? When I was pregnant with my daughter, I went through the whole pregnancy by myself. Ain't nobody going me to no appointments, no baby shower, no gender reveal. When my water broke, I got us to the hospital and from the hospital. And I can go on and on about my baby daddy. F my baby dad. F my baby dad. But I slept with him. So what kind of woman did that make me? A crazy motherfucker. Okay? You way too beautiful, way too smart, way too intelligent to be going through something like that. So live your soft girl life. Ain't nothing wrong with saying you too good to be a baby mama. You right. Because us strong black women not strong because we choose to be. We strong because we have to be.
A lot of women, you could have had a good man. You didn't want him because he was a cornball. You go, you mess around with a bozo, have a baby by the bozo, and after you have a baby by the bozo, now all of a sudden you want to spin the block to the nigga that you didn't want to begin with. There are, and I'm not saying all, but there are a lot of single mothers who go after weak men.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of women will tell you, being a stepdaddy is honorable. And a lot of them, they know damn well that man ain't gonna get nothing out of it. They know damn well that they can up and leave, take half of his income, get alimony, depending on if they are able to swindle him into legally adopting the children. They can put him on child support. In certain states, you don't even have to have the man legally adopt him. If you can prove that he played a father figure role, you can put that man on child support. When men decide to take on responsibilities that are not theirs, they're taking a very big risk. I do not, me personally, because I can only speak for me, I do not see how it's worth it. When women are usually the ones that leave the relationships. Imagine getting into a relationship with a woman. She got a child. You become attached to the child. Then she up and leave. Knowing you got an attachment to that child. And then she look at you and say, you're not.
Even though this woman is speaking all this truth, a lot of women will still not get it. Or maybe they get it, but just don't want to hear it. There's no benefits going in that route. You will gain nothing and possibly lose everything. Do not throw yourself at the wolves. Because being a stepdad today, dealing with these modern women, is the biggest loss a man can have.
So should childless men date single mothers? Let me know what you think below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. And remember, fellas, stay ahead of the game, stay focused, and put in the work.